BMW 5 Series ownership can cost you $12,000 more than you planned, and it almost always comes from 3 specific generations that look perfect from the outside. Owners of the bi-turbo Bankruptor have reported repair bills exceeding $10,000 before the car hits 80,000 miles. Owners of the ticking chain describe the exact moment their BMW stopped feeling like a luxury car and started feeling like a liability. Today, the ticking chain, the bi-turbo Bankruptor, and the status trap, the 3 5 Series to approach with serious caution. And the quiet overachiever, the one that represents BMW ownership exactly as it's supposed to feel, and almost nobody under 40 is talking about it. By the end, you'll know whether the 5 Series you're looking at is the smartest buy in this segment or a repair bill you haven't met yet. Worst number 3, 2012-2014 F10 528i, the ticking chain. Step into the F10 528i and everything feels right. The interior is a step up from anything in the segment at this price point. The driving position is commanding without being aggressive. The N24 cylinder, turbocharged, smooth, and surprisingly quick, makes the case that you don't need a 6 to feel like a BMW. At the dealership, this is the 5 Series that makes you forget you're buying a used car. And for the first 40 to 50,000 miles, it delivers on every one of those feelings. But here's what happens once the warranty expires. By 60 to 70,000 miles, owners start noticing a faint whine coming from the engine bay, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,500 RPM. It starts as a minor annoyance, then it becomes a visit to the dealer, then it becomes a bill, then it becomes a pattern. The N20's timing chain, the component responsible for keeping the engine's valves and pistons in sync, uses plastic guides that degrade prematurely. When those guides fail, the chain can skip or snap entirely. When it snaps, pistons meet valves. That conversation is expensive. Repair bills for this issue have run as high as $10,000 at an independent shop. At a dealer, add 30 to 40%. That's not speculation. That's the figure appearing repeatedly in owner forums and in the class action settlement that BMW eventually agreed to. BMW acknowledged the problem through a customer care program extending the timing chain warranty to 7 years or 70,000 miles. That sounds reassuring until you realize most of these cars are now well past both thresholds. And it doesn't travel alone. Owners report oil pump drive chain failures appearing around the same mileage. Then cooling system issues which compound the cost further and are often what finally pushes people to sell. One owner lamented, "I bought it because it seemed like the sensible choice. Then the chain went at 68,000 miles and I spent more fixing it than I paid for the car." The F10 528i isn't a bad car in isolation. It's a bad bet on the used market past 60,000 miles without documentation showing the timing chain has already been replaced with the updated kit. If you see one for sale, that service record is the only thing worth looking at before the test drive. BMW owners, what does yours actually cost you? Drop the total in the comments. Worst 2 2010 to 2013 F10 550i, the bi-turbo Bankruptor. On the showroom floor, the F10 550i is the 5 Series that makes you forget your budget. Twin turbos, 400 horsepower, a cabin that rivals cars costing twice as much. For the first year of ownership, it delivers on every one of those promises. But here's what happens once the warranty expires. The N63 V8, BMW's twin turbocharged flagship engine, burns oil, not a little. Owners have reported consumption of 1 quart every 500 to 1,250 miles. The valve stem seals degrade, the engine runs hot by design, the turbos sit inside the V of the engine rather than outside it, and the result is an engine that treats oil as a consumable rather than a lubricant. When this goes, owners don't always get a warning light first. What they get is a low oil pressure alarm at highway speed, and by the time that alarm appears, the damage to the bearings is already compounding. Repair bills for valve stem seal replacement have run between $500 and $1,000 for the owner's portion under the class action settlement. Out of warranty, with no settlement coverage, a full engine rebuild runs $10,000 or more. BMW faced a class action, Isley versus BMW, specifically covering N63 oil consumption in vehicles under 10 years or 120,000 miles. The documentation is public. The settlement is closed. Most of these cars are now outside the coverage window, and it doesn't stop there. The N63's cooling system is under constant stress from that hot V-turbo layout. Water pump failures appear around the same mileage. Then, electrical gremlins, which compound the cost further and are often what finally pushes people to trade out. Here's what makes this particularly frustrating. BMW issued a technical service bulletin on N63 oil consumption. That's manufacturer acknowledgement that the problem exists. But the TSB stopped short of a full recall, which means owners outside the warranty period were left paying for a problem BMW already knew about. One owner mentioned, "I was checking the oil every 2 weeks. At some point, you stop feeling like you own a luxury car and start feeling like you're managing a crisis." If you're looking at one of these on the used market, ask for documentation of every oil change interval and any N63 service campaign work. If the seller can't provide it or hesitates, that hesitation is your answer. If this is saving you from a 5-figure mistake, hit the like button. It helps us get this research in front of more buyers before they sign anything. Now, the one you really need to know about. Worst one, 2004. 2007 E60 545i and 550i status trap. This one might genuinely surprise you. Of everything BMW has produced in the 5 Series lineup over the last 2 decades, this is the model you'd expect to be the safe choice. The flagship, the one with the reputation, car that defined what a sports sedan was supposed to be in the mid-2000s. It's the one the data keeps pointing at. Step into the E60, 545i, or 550i, and the promise is immediate. The N62 V8, the sport suspension, the iDrive system that felt like the future. For the first few years of ownership, this car earns every dollar of its original price tag. But here's what happens once the warranty expires. The N62 V8 burns oil through degrading valve stem seals. Owners report consuming 1 quart every 1,000 miles. When this goes, owners don't get a polite warning. They get a sudden drop in oil pressure, a cascade of warning lights, and a bill that arrives before they've had time to process what happened. The valve stem seal failure puts stress on the bearings. Bearing stress accelerates wear in the timing chain tensioners. The timing chain tensioner failure eventually leads owners to a full engine rebuild, or a decision to walk away from the car entirely. It's not 3 separate problems, it's one problem that multiplies. Repair bills for a full valve stem seal job on the N62 have run between $8,000 and $12,000. That's for the seals alone. If the damage has already reached the bearings before diagnosis, the bill climbs past $15,000 for an engine in a car that's worth a fraction of that on the used market. The 2006 E60 550i is the single most complained about year in the generation. Consumer reports and owner forums consistently flag it for simultaneous engine, transmission, and electrical failures that exceed the vehicle's value. A mechanic who works on these regularly, the E60 V8 is a beautiful engine when it's healthy. The problem is it doesn't stay healthy. I've seen owners spend more in a single year than they paid for the car. Same story, different driveway. One owner on 5series.net, "I loved this car for 3 years. Then it became my second job. Then it became my biggest regret." Is it a beautiful car? Absolutely. Does it drive beautifully? Yes. But the question worth asking yourself is, at what point does a car that costs this much to maintain stop being a luxury and start being a liability? If you're looking at an E60 V8 on the used market, the only version worth considering is one with a full independent inspection, documented valve stem seal work, and a seller who can explain every gap in the service history. Without all 3, you're not buying a BMW, you're buying someone else's problem. Those 3 are the cautionary tales. Knowing them puts you ahead of 90% of buyers walking into dealerships right now. But this isn't just a warning, it's a guide, because BMW has also produced some genuinely exceptional 5 Series machines. Models that mechanics quietly recommend when nobody's watching. Cars that long-term owners run past 200,000 miles without drama. The 4 you're about to see are what BMW looks like when it gets everything right. And the number 1 pick, the one we're building toward, is probably not the one you're expecting. Let's count up from 4. Best 4, 2019, 2021 G30 530i. The quiet overachiever. The G30 530i doesn't get the attention it deserves. It's not the flashiest thing in the BMW lineup. It doesn't show up in the brochure as the hero car. The 540i gets the press, the M550i gets the YouTube videos. And that, it turns out, is exactly why the 530i is worth knowing about. What the G30 530i does is keep running. The B48 turbocharged 4-cylinder is one of BMW's most refined modern engines, lighter, more efficient, and with a significantly simpler architecture than the twin-turbo V8s that caused so much grief in the F10 generation. Forum data from Bimmer communities consistently shows minimal owner complaints for 2019 to 2021 examples. The early G30 software issues had been resolved and the platform had matured. Consistently shows minimal owner complaints for 2019 to 2021 examples. The early G30 software issues had been resolved and the platform had matured. The reason this generation holds up comes down to the ZF8 speed transmission paired with the B48. It's one of the most durable transmission and engine combinations in the modern luxury segment. By 2019, BMW had refined the platform to the point where the early generation teething problems were effectively behind it. Inside, the G30 is the most complete 5 Series cabin BMW has ever built. The materials are genuinely premium, the driving position is near perfect, and the sense of solidity on the highway is something the E60 and F10 never quite matched. One owner who's been running theirs for 55,000 miles, I keep expecting something to go wrong. It hasn't yet. For buyers who want modern BMW ownership without the repair anxiety of the previous 2 generations, the 2019 to 2021 G30 530i is the answer that keeps getting overlooked. G30 530i versus G30 540i. Drop your pick in the comments. Best 3, 2014, 2016 F10 535i, the sweet spot. The F10 535i doesn't get talked about the way it should. Most buyers shopping the F10 generation either go straight for the 550i, which we've already covered, or they avoid the generation entirely because of the N20 timing chain reputation. Both are mistakes. What the 2014 to 2016 535i does is give you the best of the F10 generation without the worst of it. The N55 turbocharged inline-6 is a fundamentally different engine from the N20 4-cylinder and the N63 V8. It doesn't have the plastic timing chain guides that plagued the N20. It doesn't have the hot V turbo layout that cooked the N63's valve seals. It's a single turbo straight 6 that owners regularly run to 150,000 to 170,000 miles with nothing but scheduled maintenance. The reason this engine holds up comes down to its architecture. By 2014, BMW had refined the N55 to address the early high-pressure fuel pump issues that affected 2011 to 2013 examples. The result is a vehicle that benefits from everything the earlier F10 got wrong. In handling and driving character, the F10 535i competes directly with sports sedans, costing $20,000 to $30,000 more on the used market at a fraction of the price. One owner who's been running theirs for 140,000 miles, I've replaced the oil filter housing gasket and the water pump. That's it. For a BMW with this many miles, that's basically nothing. For buyers who want the F10 driving experience, which is genuinely one of the best sports sedan experiences of the last 15 years, without the financial exposure of the N20 or N63, the 2014 to 2016 535i is the version that makes sense. Prioritized service records over mileage. A high mileage 535i with documentation beats a lower mileage example with gaps every time. Best 2, 2006, 2007 E60 530i, the Bulletproof 6. The E60 530i is what most informed buyers and independent mechanics point to when someone asks which 5 Series to actually trust. Not the V8, not the first year model. The 2006 to 2007 530i with the N52 naturally aspirated inline 6. The N52 doesn't have a turbo to fail. It doesn't have plastic timing chain guides. It doesn't burn oil by design. Owners regularly report 150 to 200,000 miles with nothing more than gaskets, a water pump, and a thermostat, all of which are affordable, predictable fixes. The reason this engine holds up comes down to its simplicity. BMW built the N52 as a naturally aspirated unit at a time when they still prioritized mechanical durability over power output. By 2006, BMW had refined the N52 to address the early valve cover gasket issues that affected the first-year E60 530i. The result is one of the most durable engines the brand has produced in the last 20 years. What owners rarely factor in until they're selling, the E60 530i holds its value better than the V8 variants in the same generation on the used market. That's not just a financial benefit, it's evidence that the market knows what long-term owners know. The six-cylinder is the one worth keeping. One owner proudly stated, "I bought mine at 90,000 miles. I'm at 187,000 now. I've spent less on repairs in 4 years than my neighbor spent on his 545i in one." That said, there's one BMW 5 Series that makes everything we've just said look like the obvious choice, and it's not the one most people would predict. We'll get to it now. Best 1 2003 E39 530i. The quiet legend. If you'd asked any BMW enthusiast a decade ago which 5 Series to buy, most of them would have pointed you towards something newer. More tech, more power, more everything, and the data gives you a completely different answer. The E39 530i, specifically the 2000 to 2003 model with the M54 inline 6, is the most reliable 5 Series BMW has ever built. Not the most powerful, not the most modern, the most reliable. And in a car you're going to own for years, that distinction matters more than almost anything else. The M54 is a naturally aspirated straight six with a forged crankshaft, a cast iron block, and an architecture that BMW engineers built to last. It won Ward's Best Engine Awards in 2002 and 2003. Owners have documented examples running past 300,000 miles on the original engine, maintained on schedule, nothing exotic. The M54 doesn't just survive high mileage, it earns it. The complete ownership picture is this. The E39 530i has a predictable maintenance profile, cooling system components, valve cover gasket, and Vanos seals are the known items. All affordable, all well documented by a passionate independent specialist community. Depreciation has long since bottomed out, meaning you're not losing money while you own it. And the driving experience, the steering weight, the chassis balance, the way it communicates with the road is something the F10 and G30 generations, for all their technology, have never quite replicated. Ask any mechanic who works regularly on BMW 5 Series which generation they'd put in their own driveway. The answer comes back E39 more often than anything else. Not because it's exciting to work on, because it's almost never in the shop. One owner who's been running theirs for 310,000 miles, people ask me what the secret is. There's no secret. Change the oil, replace the cooling parts on schedule, and leave it alone. It just runs. The E39 530i is the answer BMW 5 Series ownership should always feel like. Most buyers walk past it looking for something newer. That's the mistake. Would you buy an E39 530i over a G30 530i? Or does the modern tech still pull you towards something with a screen? Drop your honest take below. The short version, avoid these, buy these, do the homework. Avoid the 2012 to 2014 F10 528i, the 2010 to 2013 F10 550i, and especially the 2004 to 2007 E60, 545i, and 550i. Unless you have complete documentation, a timing chain or valve seal service record, and a pre-purchase inspection from an independent mechanic. Seek out the 2019, 2021 G30 530i, the 2014, 2016 F10 535i, the 2006, 2007 E60 530i, and if you want the most rewarding long-term answer in this entire lineup, the 2003 E39 530i is the one that data keeps pointing at. BMW 5 Series ownership can be everything it promises. It just depends entirely on which model you choose and what year you start from. Do the homework, get the inspection, and buy with information, not impulse. If this helped, hit like and check out this next video. This is Tom from Seats and Wheels. Thanks for watching.